This porch is where it all began. This is where we shook hands with you, Ig.
Yeah.
And bought the Creamery.
Yes.
That doesn't happen very often, does it?
David and I were going to open a wine and cheese bar in Ashland, and we found out that there was a creamery. It's only 20 miles away. We checked out the cheese, said this cheese is absolutely delicious. We want to serve this in our wine and cheese bar. He said to us, well, that's great. I'm glad you love our cheese, but since I'm going to close down in 3 weeks, if you want to serve this cheese, you're going to have to make it yourself.
And we wanted to connect with our community. We had lived in these businesses or in a corporate environment that we were so engaged 24/7 into the corporate positions I was leading and headed up, and also Kerry in his business.
As we analyzed the Creamery, we realized, okay, there's something that has been around for decades that's about to die, so we can save it. It's food and sustenance, which is very sustainable. It doesn't end up in the landfill. It's nourishing and nutritious and has a history, all things that are worth preserving. And so it seemed like a good thing to do for the world.
I had 5 offers to buy this business, and they were much higher than David and Kerry's. But each one of them wanted to move this place out of the Rogue River Valley, and then what I was supposed to do was take a modicum amount of money, pay off the debts, and walk away. And that wasn't what my father came up here for in 1935. And these were the only people, David and Kerry, who understood that.
I still vividly remember that day, and Ig toured us graciously through the make room and into the packaging room. And
pretty much immediately after we did that, within 6 weeks, we went to our first American Cheese Society meeting. And so, here we are going to this big convention, and we, we bring cheese that we made, but that the company had made, and we just felt like such imposters wearing the little badge that says cheesemaker.
Ig is the godfather of the American artisan cheese movement, based on the tradition that your father brought from Europe. And yet, we're adding those nuances.
When Kerry and David came to the Rogue Creamery, they really took the recipe, gave it a couple little twists, some uniquenesses only theirs that they could bring to here, and they instantly started winning awards. We've won at the United States level, the world level, many times, bronze, silver, and gold medals, and tons of blue ribbons from all over the United States.
It's the innovation of that tradition, knowing that, hey, we're grounded in this traditional way of making a product, but we're also a culture that isn't bound by that tradition.
And that was the richness of Kraft. Kraft's R&D was always looking for something that they could do with a byproduct with a different cheese or something. And they were the pioneers in this. And David and Kerry have carried that pioneering on.
There's going to be a whole lot of unknown, and you're going to have to get through it. You're putting yourself in the position to deal with unknowns and danger, uncertainty, risk, and yet there's a little bit of joy that happens from all of the problem solving that you encounter on your journey. You'll be saying, oh, I'm so busy, and you feel like you're complaining in a way, and yet when you kind of sit down and pause, you think, okay, I've got so much to do, and yet all the things I'm doing, I enjoy.
And I fit in there, and I've always been glad. As I've told you many times, you are my second family. Here were 3 honest people trying to do something.
Yeah.